Right, day 7. I didn't do a day 4 and 5, or 5 and 6. Obviously my brain's a little bit skewed at the moment. Water fasting continuing, ups and downs, unable to relax. Been cycling for the last 2 days, just on flat land, on disused railway paths. I've been on the camel trail a bit. In fact, I cycled the whole of the camel trail yesterday, which is probably too much. It's only 37 miles, it's pretty flat, but it's not what I read you should be doing. It's not what they say you should be lying flat. Not lying flat, but you should be relaxing, meditating, and just taking it easy. But I think when the weather's like it is at the moment, I would be stressed out trying to lie flat, and it would just make me more stressed. Yeah. Anyway, just an update on what's been going on with me. I think that the blood pressure issue has been quite scary, and I've got to have faith that if I do this long enough, it will bring my blood pressure down. But I had a reading of not yesterday, the day before, I had a reading of 151 over 80, I think it was, and that for me is mammothly high. And then for the last couple of days it's come down a bit. It's still too high though, so that's enough to keep me going, you know. That really is enough to keep me going, because by the time I finish this, whenever or however long it'll be, I want my blood pressure to be well below what's classed as the normal in Western places, which I think is 170 over. Is it? Sorry, 170. It's 120 over. It could be 70. It could be 60. I'm not sure. Somewhere in that range. But the more I listen to sort of people who seem to be more in the know, it should be 110 or under 110. You know, with a good gap in between, 40-point gap to the lower level. So that's keeping me on my toes. The other thing was that I was on thyroid medication when I finished the fast last in 2012. When I finished, I didn't refeed properly. I ate the wrong foods pretty quickly, and a few months later I was feeling shit, to be honest with you. And eventually, something I don't very often do is I went to a local doctor and said that, and he did all my bloods and everything like that, and came up with that my thyroid was under functioning, you know, and I was hypothyroid, which meant I needed to go on to thyroid medication. And I did that, and then I didn't feel happy about it. I didn't feel any. The main reason was I was incredibly tired all the time, and I took this medication, and it didn't really make me feel any different. And I wondered if I wasn't getting on with it, so I tried. I thought I'd gone to natural thyroid, which isn't particularly vegan friendly, to say the least, and which I bought from a website where you can actually buy drugs off the shelf, and I was on Armour and Naturethroid. Tried those, tried increasing, decreasing, nothing really, just differing heart rates, and it didn't make me feel well, and it didn't do anything. So I decided when I did this fast that I would taper it down beforehand and just stop taking thyroid altogether, which I've done, but I did it very quickly, which you're not supposed to do because it can stay in the system for months. So I think that's had a pretty negative feel on my heart rate, which has been all over the place. It's been like really jittery. I've just got to bear with it. It's a very uncomfortable feeling sometimes when the heart suddenly speeds up and then slows down. But yeah, otherwise I've just got to hang on in there for this blood pressure thing and see how we do. I'm much tireder today. Could be a result of the last couple of days being out on the bike, but I'm planning to go out now. In fact, I've got the bike there ready to go in a minute. Just go and try and just do another gentle flat ride. Hills make me breathless now, and I could feel the energy's gone. But this is the 7th day without any food, so what else is it to say? Two really huge things are my leg injury just seems to be healing so fast. It's almost unbelievable. I think, well, what can cause that? You know, this is a leg injury that I had since October, where I mashed it in a cycling accident. And nothing seemed to work. I went to chiropractors and had them do stuff with it, and nothing seemed to help. And I've also been suffering for about the past year, I think, from plantar fasciitis, which is an amazingly painful condition. It could be brought up by cycling as well. Cycling's not the best for that. Neither is being overweight, of course. But that as well, it's just been, it's almost like a miracle healing. The chiropractor just hurt me basically, and she worked on my leg and on my foot. And every time I came out of there, I was in pain for about 3 days, including the pain. All she did was gave me so much more pain that I didn't really notice the other pain. But this healing's been remarkable. I can't even, I'm still getting up. When I try and get up off the ground, I'm getting up like the pain's still there. Then I suddenly realise I don't need to. I'm waiting for that horrible, you know, when you've got something that's, if you get in the wrong position, it feels funny. But there's nothing there. So fasting is a remarkable way of healing yourself, or letting your body heal itself. So that's a big thumbs up for that one. But I don't really know what to say today. So this morning we saw the solar eclipse. We were very lucky in this part of the UK. So I'll just show you around. We had lovely clear skies, beautiful. There's the sun, but not show you that too much. But it was just wonderful. So we had a really good view of the eclipse, even though it's a little bit hazy. It didn't matter. Took a few photos. There's my bike all ready to go for a ride in a minute on the back of the car. I don't normally have it on the back of the car. I normally cycle from home, and I'm into hills immediately, and I do thousands of miles like that a year. But not today. We'll take it to a flat trail, relatively flat trail, and just go and enjoy it. Enjoy this nice spring weather. I say spring? It's quite spring-like. We'll do that. You can see there's a few daffodils coming up. So, and I wish everybody well, and I'll do another video soon. And look forward to speaking to you again. Bye for now.